Good evening. Welcome to Nightmare. Tonight is the night we all celebrate. And Creeper just can't wait to see Nightmare in color. Isn't it wonderful, Creeper? Color story. And tonight we start out with such an interesting one. All about the cry of the bewitched. I'm sure when people get done seeing that one, they'll be seeing red. Or maybe it will be green. And later, the first of our double features, we'll be seeing the conquerors with the hero of Rome. But first, we have a nightmare for you. I wonder, though, there's something the mailman hasn't come yet, Creeper. Would you go out and see if the mailman has come? After all, going in color with Nightmare, we're expecting a lot of fan mail. Oh, good. It even looks like somebody may have sent us a fan. Well, while we open our mail, why don't you watch Nightmare?
Welcome to your monthly dose of horror and fright. It's so awful to see you on this full moon Friday, on this cold winter night. I am Sammy Terry, the world's longest running horror movie host. And I've been bringing you movies on TV, the internet, and horrible live shows since 1962. Well, good evening, George. You say that you're all ready for our Valentine wedding horror show? Oh, yes, I do know. I'm very excited as well, and I see all the accoutrements that you've joined into our beautiful dungeon to celebrate the singed spectacular of the wedding we'll present tonight. What's that? Well, yes, we do. Along with the beautiful wedding adornments, we have an entire full studio audience live. Say hello, studio audience. It's very exciting being here during a live presentation of the Sammy Terry Show. Very few people have ever seen behind the scenes. You get the opportunity, just like these studio audience members have as well. Go to SammyTerry.com and buy your tickets. For tonight, we are making broadcast history. We are going to be presenting, for the first time on our show, the wedding of two great Sammy fans, Chuck and Shelley. Two hopelessly lost, lovesick fools who wish to wander into the bliss and horror of matrimony here, live on the Sammy Terry Show. Oh, yes. We have a bloody good Valentine movie for you as well. What goes better with Valentines and hearts than the bloody pit of horror? Is this your very first time wandering into my dungeon? Or have you been a long-time fan? And if so, welcome home. I share my castle here with my best friend George the Spider. So many of you have already been commenting here on Facebook. I'll say hello to a few. Hello, Vicky and Buffy. It's good to see you as well. Sharon Kugler, my bloody Valentine indeed. Oh, Xander is in the house tonight. We've had Robert and Richard. There is Phil Souders. Hello, Phil. Harry Gerald Dempsey Jr. Sounds like a serial killer's name to me. Hello, Alex, my good friend from Logansport. So good to see you. Hello, Ginger Chalice. Always good to see you, my dear. Angie and David, Jim Barrett and David. Everyone in the house tonight. welcome to all of you in other countries as well. For we regularly have people from Europe, from the vast reaches of northern Europe all the way down to the sands of the Middle East. Antarctica has checked in a research vessel off of the coast of Elephant Island again. Wendy, hello. Richard McAllister, thank you. Joanne Wilson from Dallas, Texas, welcome. Chris Box, welcome back again. Now, are you ready for our terrible tale of terror? Oh, I hope so. The Crimson Executioner. Oh, he's waiting for you. And if you haven't done it already, make sure that you share this broadcast with your family and fiends. Oh, if they don't know that I've moved over here to Facebook, send them an instant message. Invite them to join you like you used to watch together years ago. You can even start a watch party on your Facebook app. Now, lock your doors, bolt your windows. It's time you dip your bleeding Valentine heart into the bloody pit of horror.
On this 5th day of December in the year of our Lord 1648, by virtue of the power vested in us by our noble sovereign, this tribunal of justice hereby sentences you, the Crimson Executioner, to death. You will die by one of the very instruments you devised to torture and kill your innocent victims. You dared to take into your own hands the laws of both God and man. You set yourself up as both judge and executioner. You caused inhuman suffering and took life not from any sense of justice, but from hatred and self-gratification. You showed no mercy to your victims, and no mercy will be shown to you.
You'll never kill me. Move along. I'll return and be avenged. Turn around. You fools. All of you. I am the Crimson Executioner. This day shall be written in blood. No man can judge me. I am the supreme law. I shall have my revenge.
The seal of this tribunal will entomb forever both your body and your evil soul. Let no man dare to break the seal. You are accursed, eternally damned, as are these dungeons, as is this castle that has witnessed such indescribable horrors. Your castle will stand throughout the centuries as a reminder of the barbarism and cruelty committed within its walls. May the dust of time not erase from the memory of man the infamy of the Crimson Executioner.
This seems exactly what we've been looking for.
From here it looks great. Just what we need.
I think we should be able to wrap up our work here in a day.
And this'll look good.
Come on, Nancy.
Gosh, I'm stiff from that long ride.
It's made to order.
Yeah.
What a view.
Hey, we don't want to lose you.
Sure looks gloomy. How would you girls like to have a castle this old to live in?
You'd have to be a creep to live in a place like this.
I'd love to have a house like this all for myself. Imagine the peace and beauty of living all alone.
You're a funny one, all right.
All right, girls.
Wonder what it looks like inside.
What's wrong? Are you tired?
I don't know what it is, Perry. I just feel very uneasy.
No.
Susie.
Let me alone, Raoul.
Don't be like that, baby.
Everybody will see us.
Have it your way.
Are you all dead?
Lay you any odds you want, our dear publisher will wind up saying, "This place isn't suitable after all. Let's go home."
Hello, is everybody out?
If they're all out, how can anyone be in the house?
The brain has spelled it out.
I'm not just a dumb blonde, you know.
Who says you're a blonde?
Must be in.
Hello, why doesn't anybody answer? Maybe nobody lives here. What a nuisance. Someone should have told me the castle's empty. We might as well try to get in anyway. Maybe one of the boys could scale that wall.
That's a job for Tarzan.
Who's going to volunteer to climb the wall?
Okay. Here comes Uncle Perry, the greatest acrobat in the world.
He's a good boy. I bet he gets us inside.
Yeah, you're right. 3 years for unlawful breaking and entering.
Take care, Perry.
Max! You owe me a bonus for this little stunt, a double whiskey.
What about that?
I still think you're playing with fire.
You should know me by now. I'm not the kind of man to let obstacles get in my way. I'm a man of action.
Well, what do we do now? We follow the leader. What else?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the old family.
Let's go.
Hey, what a funny place this is. Looks like a Frankenstein film set.
I hope the Crimson Executioner is setting a loving Valentine bloody mood in your home today. In fact, speaking of Valentine, have you ordered your new Sammy Terry Typo cocktail mug? Oh, it's the perfect thing to drink your Valentine Typo out of. It comes in red, and only blood red. You can find that on SammyTerry.com. And of course, on the backside is one of the most beautiful adornments ever known to man. The picture of one of the most gorgeous beings on earth as you sip away your bloody drink. Use the coupon code CUPID and you'll save a whopping 30% on anything you order off the Sammy Terry store. That applies to everything, except for the studio audience tickets. It's such a privilege to come. Why, my studio audience said they'd pay 4 times as much to be here, wouldn't ya? Well, order your tickets soon, because if it's up to them, they'll lift the price up on ya. In fact, Valentine's season brings out the insanity and Twitter-painted foolishness in even the weakest of minds. And speaking of insanity, would you like to meet our bride that I'll be marrying away very shortly on the show? George, untie the bride and send her out here. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Shelley, our bride of the evening. Good evening, Shelley.
Hello, Sammy Terry.
Are you having a horrible time here as a guest or a prisoner of my dungeon?
Yes, I am.
Very good. Now, you and I spoke a few months ago. They came to the Indiana Landmark Center. I was performing one of my shows live, and they said that they want to be married by Sammy Terry. It was so close to Halloween. We decided to bring them here, into the tranquil, peaceful confines of my dungeon to celebrate your nuptials, and you're very excited, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, very good. Now tell me, how long have you been a Sammy Terry fan?
Since I was about 5 years old.
5 years old, so almost 20 years
right,
ago.
Almost.
Amazing. And tell me, how did you first meet me face to face?
I first met you in Greenfield in 2014 when you were at a theater showing, what's the movie? House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price.
House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price. Excellent. Oh, that's wonderful. Now tell me a little bit about this nuptial thing. What is the name of your soon-to-be?
Chuck Ray.
Chuck Ray. That's very good. A little test to make sure we had the right guy tied up down there. And what is it special about Chuck Ray that you would be willing to commit your heart and soul to?
Well, we both love horror movies very much. So.
That's one good thing.
Well, Chuck's been my best friend for about 7 years, so...
Excellent. Yeah. Fiends forever. Right. Well, step with me over here. For we will be shouting out. I know lots of fans would like to say hello to you, and you'll have the opportunity to say hello to them as well. Broadcasting on the vast tower wall. You can see their comments. There's Robert Rockwell. Hello.
Michael Rigney, hi.
That's right. Martin Jones, a good feed.
Zena Hall, hello.
Hello, Zena. Jason Calloway, hello to you. Tim Gillum, of course, congratulations. Well, probably to Chuck a little bit more than Shelley, no doubt.
Debbie George, hello.
Katie, hello. Tracy, hello. Lon says congratulations as well.
Thank you.
Go ahead and take a few.
Oh, hello, Ginger Chalice. Thank you.
She says you have a lovely dress on.
Thank you.
She didn't say my dress was very lovely now, did she? Linda Anderson, hello. Aaron Turney, I love you too. Virginia Spear, hello. Curtis Rice loves the dress. So many people do.
Yes, thank you.
Now, how did you find your dress of many feathers?
Oh, I sacrificed a lot of birds to make this dress.
Good for you, and I bet they tasted wonderful as well. Julian, hello. Doris Derry, thank you. Kevin, hello. Karen as well. She says you're a lovely bride. How nice. Bob Jones, Anthony Bennett, Tammy West, a longtime watcher. There's so many people that are wishing you well. But if you would, please wish with them back to our movie tonight.
Yeah, let's get back to the bloody pit of horror.
There's something evil about this castle. I'm sure of it.
You Hawaiians are far too impressionable, Kinuyo.
Raoul? 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 You idiot! Why must you play these childish jokes all the time? Raoul! Raoul! Take off that silly costume!
These uninhabited castles always have their family skeletons.
Uninhabited? There's not a trace of dust around here.
Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm very sorry. Nobody answered the doorbell, and we thought the castle was empty. Could we speak to the owner? I'd like a word with him about a business matter. Could you take us to him?
Follow me.
Let's go.
The rest of you wait in there.
Stop where you are. How dare you force your way into my castle like this? What do you want here?
I want to apologize. We didn't think anyone lived here, that's all.
It's no excuse for trespassing. I don't like having my privacy disturbed.
I'm sorry, sir. You're quite right. My name is Parks. I'd like to explain. We've been scouting for suitable locations to photograph material for book jackets. I'm a publisher.
That's no concern of mine.
Look here, I'd like to show you one of my books. I'm preparing an anthology of horror.
He told you to stay where you were.
We took the liberty of coming in here, only because no one answered our knocking at the door.
I don't like intrusion. I insist that you leave my castle immediately.
Could you make just one exception? We've been on the road for several days. Everybody's so tired.
I don't want any visitors here.
I'd be only too glad to pay, of course.
Pay? Now you're beginning to annoy me, Mr. Parks.
I know my friend didn't mean to offend you, and we ask you to forgive us.
You and your practical jokes. Ralph.
Hey!
On your feet, everybody. We've been told to shove off. The master of the house doesn't like having visitors around.
What? Again? Oh, no. Not after all I went through to get you in here.
So we're right back where we started. One castle's too modern. One's too old. Why don't we build our own and get it over with?
Susie, but wouldn't it cost an awful lot of money to build one, huh?
Oh, can't you change his mind? We're all tired.
Well, I'm tired, too. But we have no choice. We've been told to go, and that's it. Let's get moving quickly, huh?
Edith. Wait.
Perhaps I was a little too hasty, Mr. Parks. I'm not usually so inhospitable. I realize you must all be very tired.
You see, I don't usually receive people. You can stay here overnight, but I'll have to ask you to leave first thing in the morning.
Thank you, sir. We really do appreciate your kind hospitality. Do you mind if we take a few pictures?
All right. But please remember, I don't like to be disturbed. My servants will show you the chambers where you can do your work.
Perfect. Let's get to work, girls. We mustn't waste any time. Go and change, quickly. Dermot, you'd better check out the setting we need. Edith, you go along with it. Good girl.
Come on, Edith.
Don't go near the dungeons. They're absolutely out of bounds for everybody.
Okay, we won't. Get moving, Dermot. We're in a hurry.
I'll bet Max will flip over this one. Can you imagine finding a thing like this here? Wasn't it lucky?
I'll take credit for that. I found it.
Yeah.
Food for everybody.
Hey, Max, I want a bonus for finding this thing.
All right, we'll see about the bonuses. Now eat
It'll
quickly,
be
huh?
perfect for the Skeletrix series. Hey, that looks
Fine,
great.
boys, fine, but now let's get to work.
I'll take this to the girls, right?
No, I'll take care of that myself.
What a picture this will make.
Max, why don't you ever knock?
Oh, come on. Now, what's all this nonsense? I'm just like a father to you girls.
Turn around. We have to get into our costumes.
Okay, have your little games, but hurry up. We haven't any time to fool around. We've got work to do.
You can turn around now if you want.
Edith, bring the girls downstairs. We can't afford to waste any time.
All right.
How's the food?
Terrible.
As usual.
Bottle of wine, they call it. It tastes like water.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? But I know where we can find real wine. I discovered where the cellar is. Come on, I'll show you.
My friends and I will return right after this.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
There are two kinds of Life cereals to please all kinds of kids. Regular Life and Cinnamon Life. Make Life cereals part of your nutritious breakfast.
Nearly 70,000 fires each year in the United States are caused by children playing with matches. Please, we beg you, don't play with matches.
One, two, a curse
It will hurt to the core. 5, 6, flailed by sticks. 7, 8, your body will ache. 9, 10, when it's all over, begin again. In the dark tropical forests, that is how the children of Voodoo learn their lessons. With harmless limericks and nursery rhymes. Such as, Old King Cole was an evil old soul. An evil old soul was he. He called for his pipe, he called for his bowl, and he slaughtered his fiddlers 3. Or Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. If he isn't agile, he'll be gored by a stick. Then after learning their lessons well, the children of Voodoo are allowed to play with dolls, little rag dolls and straw dolls. Oh, but they aren't allowed to name them after anyone they know, for every time they stick a doll with a pin, the person they are named after feels the jab. I know. Because when I was just a young mecker, I named a doll after my teacher. And then I stuck it, you know where. Oh, he couldn't sit down for a week. It was then that I learned what he meant about flailing with a stick. I couldn't sit down either.
Welcome to Don's Guns, the most up-to-date indoor public shooting range in America. Here at Don's Indoor Range, everyone can enjoy themselves. Shooting classes for men and women and children are available. I am the largest handgun dealer in Indiana with the lowest prices. Because I don't want to make any money, folks. I just love to sell guns.
Now let's get back to the fun, shall we?
How's the food?
Terrible.
As usual.
Nah, bottle of wine, they call it. It tastes like water.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? But I know where we can find real wine. I discovered where the cellar is. Come on, I'll show you.
See ya.
Come on, Larry.
You know, Perry, I wouldn't mind being the owner of this castle.
You can have it. It gives me the creeps.
Skeletons don't have nerves. What do you mean it gives you the creeps?
You'll wake up the ghosts. Come on. This way.
Now, don't breathe. Perfect like that. All right. Hold the pose. I want to take another shot. Edith, hand me the other camera, will you? Thanks. Now, don't move, darling. Hold it. You make a beautiful corpse, you do. Just keep it. That's right. Perfect.
It's no fun being dead.
Nobody ever said it was.
You mean it?
You were very convincing.
Okay, gang,
Just
come on. Let's
imagine
get ready
what
for the
Daddy
next
will
one.
say when he sees this photo.
Go and change now.
Yeah.
Okay, Susie, it's your turn now.
Sure, here I am. But where's Perry? He's in it too.
Here I am. Your personal skeleton, always ready to die at the hands of a beautiful woman.
No,
How are you
then
going to
to
kill
change
me?
Annie's first.
That's fine.
You're never around when you're needed.
Right, but look what I dug up for you.
Oh.
I'll go.
That'll work.
Rick, can I have your knife a minute? Thanks. What is it?
Just a little homesick, I guess.
Are you all asleep over there? Get behind that camera, Dermot.
Now, Nancy, honey, give me the feeling of a cat. You know what I mean. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. No, Nancy, that's too domesticated. I want you to think wild, fierce. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Can't you think like an alley cat? For instance, you're about to fight another cat for a fish head or something.
Meow.
No, Nancy, that's the intellectual approach. You'll never be an alley cat. Let's try something else. I've got an idea. There. Now, raise your leg up. Up, 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 up. That's it. That's it. Now, imagine you're floating in the air like a thistle blown by the wind. That's it. Beautiful. No, not like that. You've got to go up. Gently. That's right, baby. Now hold it. No. Can't you keep that arm over your head? Now everything's in place. Arm, leg, head, everything. Now don't move. Come on, Nancy. Get that lovely foot of yours up like a feather, like a thistle blown by the wind.
No, I can't, Dermot. It's too heavy. I can't.
Oh, do it for me, baby. Let's fly together. Hold it. Camera about here. There.
Dermot, can we take a break for a few minutes?
No, we've got to be finished before morning. Put the spots over there.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I'd like to see the owner of the house.
It's not possible. My master doesn't want to be disturbed.
But tell him...
I said it's impossible.
Your master has a right to his privacy, but that's no way to speak to a lady.
Rick. You met the owner of the house. What's he like?
It's difficult to say, really. He was half hidden behind a table. Have you noticed the windows? They're all barred. What a strange place. If I was still a reporter, I bet I could discover a lot of interesting facts about this castle.
Rick, but why are you wasting your time on horror stories? You should be doing the kind of work you were cut out for, reporting.
I guess you're right, but I'm a little lazy. I've been taking the easy way out by doing this. I started out with the usual dreams and found out there's more money in writing this kind of commercial book. Edith, I realize I'm being indiscreet, but why did you want to speak to the owner of the castle?
Just curiosity. Nothing more than that.
Everything's ready, Dermot. Can I go?
Not more in a few minutes, though. Time's running short.
You bet. Come on, Susie.
Don't pull me like that.
Then come on.
But where?
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm all set. Everybody out of the way. That's right. Hold that pose, Perry. Don't move. I'll be done in a minute. Now, here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Raoul, didn't you hear that yell?
I didn't hear anything at all. Come along.
Where are you taking me?
You'll find out.
Look at that. What is it?
I don't know. Maybe it was an old torture cell. You know these old castles.
in it.
All kinds of excitement today here in the dungeon. George is all a frenzy. The studio audience is mesmerized of the meticulous, exact, precise execution of all things broadcasting now, aren't ya? We're having a ball here, and it's only getting better. For as I promised to you, not only is the excitement about our Cupid coupon code for 30% off the SammyTerry.com store, we also have in dungeon tonight the groom of our wedding that we're about to perform live here in the Sammy Terry dungeon. Wouldn't you like to meet the groom like I introduced you to the bride a few moments ago? Well, let's have Cupid bring him out. Cupid, come, bring our groom. Oh, that's right. As hesitant as he is, and as hesitant as he should be. For is this fool wandering into the nuptial quicksand of misery? Or is that fool in the window about to find the most blissful, excellent, exquisite experience that a human can endure? Cupid, bring him in! Cupid looks so cute tonight with his little wings on. And I really like the very festive Valentine Day tutu that Cupid has.
You know, I don't mind doing this for you, Sammy, but I'm the devil. I'm not Cupid the devil. I am the devil.
Thank you, Cupid. Now tell me, young man, what is your name?
My name's Chuck.
You are Chuck. Well, give your top hat to Cupid. Take off your cape if you'd like, and I do fancy a fine-looking gentleman in a cape, don't you? Now tell me, Chuck, a few moments ago we met your lovely fiancée, soon to be your bride. How is it that you got so lucky with such a beautiful creature looking the way you do?
I hit the jackpot, didn't I?
You certainly did. Drop that to Cupid and let's have the audience take a look at you. Step right up here. Now tell me, Chuck, what is it that drew you to have Sammy Terry officiate your wedding here in the dungeon?
Man, it goes years back. It used to scare the hell out of me when I was a little kid. And when Shelley and I got together, we loved horror movies, and we went to your first outing over there at Greenfield when you were doing the little benefit for the theater and whatnot, and just stuck ever since.
Very good. Well, I'm honored that you're here tonight. Never did you think in 2014 that a mere 6 years later you'd be standing here victimized in my dungeon, did you?
No, not at all.
Now, when you're not haunting the grounds, what do you do with your life?
What I do with my life is like I like to spend a lot of my free time with Shelley and the family and whatnot, and then to make money and do ends meet or whatnot, pay the bills. I run the Submit Graphics and do all the banners and signs and graphic design and whatnot, and stay busy.
Excellent. So, if it's named Submit Graphics, that means that you're used to submitting them.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Shelley, being a good dominatrix that she is, the fact that you're so well accustomed to submitting would be a very good thing. In fact, he's even named his business from it, Submit Graphics. Let me tell you a little bit about Submit Graphics. As a sponsor of the show tonight, they create, print, and finish from inspiration to completion. Submit Graphics can bring all of your dreams true. Thousands of designs Submit Graphics can create for you. Graphic design, custom apparel, product labels and stickers, signs and banners, vehicle graphics, logo design and custom illustration, and more. Submit's in-house team of artists have been creating award-winning graphics for more than 3 decades. let Submit create for you. Email him info@submitgraphics.com. Be sure to mention Sammy Terry for a very special discount.
Absolutely. A deadly discount.
A deadly discount. Well, very good. Well, if you would be so kind to let you prepare yourself for your nuptials coming up next. And I'll send you all back to the bloody pit of horror, if it's okay with you, Cupid.
The devil! I am the devil! I am the devil!
Castles. Nothing in it.
Let me alone, Raoul. I'm scared.
Susie. Susie.
Come, Camillo. Staying here won't help any. Come with me.
There's no point in disturbing my master. He's been informed already of what has happened down here. And he hopes that you will all remain calm.
The rope was badly worn, Rick. We overlooked that, I'm afraid.
Oh, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. We'll see.
Remember, Rick, even the master of the house suggested that we keep calm. Tomorrow we notify the police.
What do you mean, tomorrow?
Listen, after all, it was only an accident. A tragic one, but an accident. And besides, it's too late now.
Look, Max, this double talk leaves me cold. What do you really mean?
Well, I'm an editor. You've got to see my point. I've a deadline to meet.
I know exactly how you feel, girls. But we must finish our work before daybreak.
With poor Perry lying dead?
Oh, it's a big tragedy. You know, Perry was like a son to me. Don't you think I have a heart like the rest of you?
How do I know? I never had a chance to see it.
Perry would have known what I meant.
Yeah, but he's dead, and I want to go on living.
I'll double your salary.
My life's worth more than that.
Triple it.
Okay, it's a deal. Me too.
Then let's get back to work. Where's Susie?
I think she went off with Raoul.
It's just like her. They always disappear at the wrong moment. We'll worry about her later. Let's go back to work now.
Well, I thought I'd seen just about everything. But this kind of bargaining is really more than I can stand.
Ray, look at this.
Huh? What is it?
It's the negative of the photograph I took right when the accident occurred.
Poor Perry. What a terrible thing. What's this? What's that strange shadow near the frame of the door? It almost looks like a man's head.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what I thought. But it just can't be. Still, it does look like a man's head with a hood on.
Will it show up more clearly on the print?
It should. We'll see in a minute. I've done the best I could. Of course, it's only a small detail. There. This is the maximum enlargement I can make here. Of course, it's still not very clear.
Now, this doesn't help us very much, I'm afraid. It's hardly at all visible. Huh? Do you think the negative could have been defective?
No, it was perfect.
May I see that photograph? I heard about the accident that took place tonight. A most appalling accident.
Unfortunately, it's blurred.
Yeah, it was out of focus.
Perhaps this will sound strange, but I've something to tell you that may provide an explanation of the shadow in your photograph. Have you ever heard of the Crimson Executioner?
Who did you say? The Crimson Executioner.
He was a maniac and a killer who was put to death for his crimes centuries ago. He was buried in his own castle.
What you don't know is that this is the castle where the Crimson Executioner lived and died. When I came here, the castle had been uninhabited for centuries. For me, it was ideal because I desired solitude. Everybody else feared the curse that had been placed on it. When they sealed up his tomb, the Crimson Executioner swore that he would avenge himself. He was a man of extraordinary physical strength, obsessed by an ideal of purity. For centuries, he was entombed. There in the dungeons, and only a seal has protected mankind from his supernatural powers. If the shadow in the photograph is the Crimson Executioner, I fear anything might happen. I had to tell you.
See, you two already know each other.
I've never had the pleasure. This is the first time I've seen this lady. I must retire now. I'm a creature of habit. I hope you will sleep well. Good night.
Edith, I know the accident upset you. You're terribly tired. What happened was a very bad shock for you. Stop crying now. Go to Canuyo, hmm? Oh, she's been through more than the rest of us.
Do you think it's too daring?
No.
I bet Max will like it.
He always does.
Hi, girls. Has Susie come back yet?
No, maybe we should go on without her. She'll be along.
You'll make a big hit in that costume, Annie.
Won't I, too?
What? Oh, no. What's gotten into you? You mustn't hide those beautiful legs of yours.
They desecrated your world of beauty with their sordidness. The day of the Crimson Executioner has now come.
I've been wondering about the owner of this castle.
Well, if you want my opinion, I think he's slightly off his nut.
You would be, too. If you lived isolated in this place, you'd end up the same way he is. Hey, Dermot.
Yeah?
Look at this. This must be where the executioner was killed, if the legend is true.
What is it? It looks like a coffin.
No, it was a medieval instrument of torture. The infamous Iron dare say that this was an accident. Come on. Just as I thought, the rope wasn't worn. It was cut. At this point, there's only one explanation. Deliberate murder.
Deliberate murder? But why, Rick? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what we've got to find out. Any idea where Raoul is?
Raoul?
No, I don't mean he had anything to do with this. But perhaps he saw who did it. He was near Susie all the time. Here, take this. My car is the fastest we have. Go to the nearest police station and try and get help.
Okay, Rick, I will. But how about you? What are you going to do? Stay here? With a murderer at large, you're all in danger.
I know, but it's impossible to leave with things as they are. And we've got to find Raoul. He might have some evidence.
I'll be as fast as I can.
How much longer do we have to wait now?
We get paid. Why should you care?
Yeah, you get prettier by the minute, girls. Take a look at this, Max. I have a new idea. I don't want the girls to know this yet. Susie's been murdered.
What's that?
So you like the idea?
Oh, sure. It's great.
We better watch out. Dermot's already on his way to the police station. Don't tell the girls. They'd only get panicky.
But then Perry was killed, too.
We completely agree.
Well, what do we do now?
I'll have a look around. You better stay with the girls. See you later.
Maybe I can dream up someone.
Maybe I can help.
Now this is the answer to every man's dream.
Of course. I'm Miss Indiana Dream Girl.
Oh, now you see what I mean when I say pleasant nightmares.
Since I am your dream girl, how can I help you?
Well, I was conjuring up a date for the Transylvanian full moon ball and soiree. It's tomorrow night. And you are the perfect answer to my dreams.
I've never been to that. What's it like?
Oh, it's truly horrible. The Gravedigger Five will play all of the wonderful funeral dirges. And the hors d'oeuvres, they'll be catered by the Dirty Fingers Saloon. There'll be lots of typo cocktails. Oh, and lots of fireworks. That way it'll be sure to be a big blast.
Oh, it does sound horrible.
Oh, it is. So will you be my date?
Oh, I couldn't. I'm your dream girl, a figment of your imagination.
You won't. Maybe you'll change your mind.
No, I won't. I just now remembered, I can't.
You can't? Why not?
I'm going to have a headache.
Oh, yes, George. I'll tell them. George says to make sure you join the Sammy Terry fan page on Facebook. It's the best way to keep up with the very latest information about Sammy. That's the Sammy Terry fan page on Facebook.
I hope you're enjoying the very sultry, seductive, bloody pit of horror. Oh, the Crimson Executioner may be waiting for you this Valentine week. I certainly hope you're prepared. If you are, tell me on your comments, what are you getting your Valentine for Valentine's Day? Hello, Lisa Colgate, and Lisa Phillips as well. It's so good to have you back with us, Zena Hall, as well. There's so many people that flood through the comments. Anna Marie, hello. And George, although preparing for the wedding, would be elated to see that you were talking to him. Tammy, I'm glad that you're enjoying tonight. And Xander, oh, even today, indeed, your comment's correct. Mike and Lori, I'm glad that you're enjoying the show, like always. Donna, hello. Dara, you're giving candy away. Oh, your dentist will love you for that. And Robert, a wedding album you're giving. Perhaps Chuck might want to think about that in the future, for I'm sure they'll have many interesting wedding pictures in their wedding album. Tracy, thank you. That's the greatest compliment I've had. Oh, yes. And Jerome asking about poor Goolsby's diarrhea. Yes, it's a horrible thing. You should be in the room. In fact, Daryl, I'd like you to be in the room when that happens. Steve Anderson from AOK Car Care. Hello, Steve, a good sponsor of the Sammy Terry Show. Jill says hello to Shelley and Chuck. I'm glad you're enjoying the fun, Kevin. And Zena, you're asking, do we have a live audience every month? Yes, we do. And you can be a part when you come here to Indianapolis, the east side of town, here inside Washington Square Mall. You can have an experience of a lifetime like these, Victor. Like these happy studio audience members. Are you all having a good time? Should all of our visitors at home buy tickets and come see me here live? There you have it. All kinds of visitors are with us, and of course, celebrating Valentine's season, we have the very lovable, adorable, soft, fluffy, and cushiony tutu-bearing Cupid in the house.
The devil, Sammy, the devil.
He brought me one of the Valentine's special mugs, the Sammy Terry Typo cocktail mug. It's brand new in its scarlet blood red appearance with the beautiful portrait on the backside. You can get yours at SammyTerry.com. Thank you, Cupid.
You're welcome.
Now more of our shout-outs. There's Ginger again. Martin, you'll have to come join us again here live like you did last time. You were a great addition to this audience. You brought your talents of improv and stand-up, Martin Jones. Cindy, we already exposed that you're getting your Valentine tooth decay from your man. Enjoy the drilling of the dentist. Oh, just like old Jackie Nicholson did in the Little Shop of Horrors. The insane, pain-loving dentist. I can only hope the same for you, Cindy. James, hello. Marlis Williams, hello. Everyone is having a great time here. And coming up next, you will bear witness to the first time ever on the Sammy Terry Show when I perform a wedding ceremony of Chuck and Shelley. So enjoy a few more minutes of the Crimson Executioner. Then come here to watch the execution of two single people.
What are you doing here?
I want to see your master right away.
No, he doesn't want to see anybody.
It's urgent that I see him no matter what, understand?
I said you can't see him.
Edith, what are you doing here?
I want you to see what I found. I'm sure you recognize her.
Edith, what's your portrait doing in this castle? Then you do know the owner.
Yes, Travis and I were engaged. Travis Anderson.
Isn't he the actor who disappeared several years ago?
Yes, he used to be a muscle man in costume films. It all happened so suddenly, so unexpectedly. He left without a word. He just vanished. He's always been a little strange. Even with me, he seemed so cold. Yet I'm certain that he really loved me. In all this time, I haven't stopped wondering why he ever disappeared like that. Now I found him here in this castle. I thought I recognized his voice, and now that I've found this, I know it's Travis. I must try to speak to him.
Edith, we have no time for that. You've got to trust me.
What is it?
I'll tell you later. Where's Cornelia?
I left her downstairs when I went to find Travis.
There's not a moment to lose. We must find her.
What's happened, Rick?
Don't ask any questions. Hurry. We've got to reach the others. It's important that we all stay together.
But what's going on? I don't understand.
Cornelia.
Don't try to get any close to me. You'll get killed. Watch out, Rick. There's no escape for me. I know it. You must save yourself while there's still a chance. Don't you see? It's a diabolical trap. It's impossible for anyone to reach me. These wires are connected to the bows on the wall. The slightest touch will release the arrows in every direction, and anyone nearby will be killed. Nobody can stop the mechanism that operates. The spider. It has poison in its claws. I'll be killed the moment it reaches me. Now it's hopeless.
Watch out, Rick.
Don't do it, Rick. You'll be killed. I tell you, it's hopeless. Don't do it, Rick. Leave me. It's no use. Come any closer. You're mad to risk your life like this. for me. It's the end for all of us. Give up, Rick. It's no use. It's too late.
Rick.
Death. I've got to get her down from here. Edith, go find the others. Hurry up. You've got to get out of the castle at once. At once.
No, Rick, no. Not without you.
Do what I tell you. Go away, Edith. Go away. Don't worry about me. Dermot will be back here soon with the police. It's no use. We've been locked in.
No! What do we do?
Max! Max, what's happening? Where are the others?
I don't know, but don't lose your head. Just come on down here. Go and tell Rick that we need him.
All right.
We have to get out of here.
Rick! Rick, all the doors are locked. We can't get out.
Keep calm, Edith. We'll make it somehow. Just a minute. Edith! Edith!
Don't come any nearer. Don't touch me.
You were the murderer. Now I know it, Travis. How could you? You're a monster! A monster! Oh!
You no longer mean anything to me. Even though I missed you when I abandoned the world. I was forced to retreat to this castle. Mankind is made up of inferior creatures, spiritually and physically deformed, who would have corrupted the harmony of my perfect body. I came to the isolation of this castle to avoid the contagion of human sentiment. And a woman's love. Would have destroyed me. It's because of that I abandoned you.
Travis, you've lost your sanity. You're an egotist, obsessed with your sick thoughts.
You're wrong, Edith. Last night I had a moment of weakness because of you. When I first caught sight of you, and I said you could stay together with your friends, but that was a mistake. I know of only one who was never overcome by weakness. The Crimson Executioner. He despised your world as passionately as I do. Look at him. Look at him. His magnificent body was preserved intact through all these centuries undisturbed. His spirit lives in me, and I'll continue his mission of vengeance. This is the sacred duty I've sworn to. We're alike. Now that you have profaned his tomb and broken the seal that imprisoned his great spirit, his power has been released at last. And his noble crusade against sin lives again through me. Yes, the black fire of the long-awaited vengeance is here. And your friends cannot escape. The Crimson Executioner has passed judgment. And now, at last, you'll witness the glory of his return. And you'll pay just like the others.
Travis! Don't do it! Come back! Now you'll be punished for your lechery. The Crimson Executioner will torture you. Yes, will torture you till death.
just a small portion of the torture that awaits you. I promise you that none will escape the wrath of the Crimson Executioner. As for Rick, this is how he will die.
Why are you doing this? Why don't you let us go? What have we done to you? You're torturing innocent people. Come back to your senses. You're the owner of this castle, not the Crimson Executioner.
Oh, see, I am the Crimson Executioner.
Raoul.
Well, the very sedate and calm nature of the Crimson Executioner has brought us to another solemn moment in our show. The first ever Sammy Terry officiated wedding live on the Sammy Terry Show between Chuck and Shelley. We do have our witness in-house, and who couldn't ask for a better witness than Cupid himself on the cloth? I'm the devil! So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the very first wedding ceremony on the Sammy Terry Show. Dear ones, now it's haunting time. The moon, so luminous, will shine with stars embedded in the ebony sky. Ye shall rise up from yonder nigh, as you journey together for a lifetime on earth. Beware, for below your feet is Hades' turf. Forever and ever as you marry on this day, and united together your souls will stay. Chuck, will you have Shelley to be your wife? To live with her, obey her, to love her, and to haunt and howl at the moon together as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And Shelley, will you have Chuck to be your husband, to live with him, respect him, and to haunt and howl at the moon together as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Now that you two declared your ghastly intentions, I invite you to share your vows with one another. Both of you love-drunk Twitter-pats, repeat after me these words. I will stand by your side.
I will stand by your side.
Hunt at your back.
Hunt at your back.
And fly within your soul.
And fly within your soul.
I will stand between you.
I I will stand between you
and all which would harm you.
and all which would harm you.
I will shield you from the light of day with my flesh.
I will shield you from the light of day with my flesh.
I will never betray.
I will never betray you.
For you are my heart, my soul, and my life.
For you are my heart, my soul, and my life.
You take me as your spouse.
You take me as your spouse.
And I take you as my lover till death.
And I take you as my lover till death.
May we now have the rings. May we now have the rings. George, may we now have the rings.
He's sleeping.
Thank you, George. Now I ask both of you, Chuck and Shelley, take your rings from our ring bearer and place them around each other's necks. Your fingers. Now, these rings you take are not to bind, but to show that you are of same like mind, to have and to hold from this night on in madness and in raging fun. Take these rings for all their worth, for show the throng how love of each other has made you strong. The final seal with a kiss in death as well as in this life, I now present to you as man and wife. You may kiss your spouse. Dearly departed, the cursed and blessed, vampires and werewolves, ghouls, goblins, and all of the souls of unrest, it is with great pleasure I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Ray. Kiss her, you fool! Yes, yes!
I can't stand it anymore. Let me go.
The Crimson Executioner invented the torture of icy water for creatures like you. My vengeance needs blood. The Crimson Executioner cries out for blood.
Our night of fright will continue right after this.
At Dave Mason Lincoln Mercury, we have a sale only one time each year. It's a closeout sale of the 1985 models, and every new car in inventory is included. Why a closeout sale? You save money. That sells cars. And old Dave needs the money. And that's why nobody, but nobody will sell you a new Lincoln R Mercury for less money. Nobody.
Oh, summertime. It's so much fun. Everyone is out walking, jogging, running, and playing around. That is what I like to do best. Especially if I can play around at baseball. Oh, no, I don't go out on the field. It's dangerous out there. You can get hit, thrown out, doubled up, cut down, slugged, fouled. Oh, there are a multitude of dangers on the baseball diamond. And the diamond isn't valuable at all. So I like to play around in the stands, where the luscious girls are. Did you play the green line? You can make a hit. Take her for a walk. Get to second base. To find she's a real swinger. Even make a home run out of the park. Try it. You'll like it.
You can relax the moment you decide to buy a hot tub spa at Van Slyke's for less than $50 a month. Drive to the country store and save more. You'll like Van Slyke's.
World Wrestling Federation action returns to the Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, Thursday, January 29th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets available at the box office and all Ticketmaster locations. You will see a $20-man, $50,000 bunkhouse battle royal. Among those entered, Blackjack Mulligan, King Kong Bundy, Hillbilly Jim, Mr. Fuji, Corporal Kirshner, Cowboy Bob Orton. In addition, the grudge match, Rowdy Roddy Piper against the adorable Adrian Adonis, January 29th, Market Square Arena.
We're back, and the fright has only begun.
Rick!
Edith, where are you?
You mustn't worry about me. I'm not in danger. Try to find the others if you can, Rick. They're in Anderson's hands. He took them to the dungeons. He's insane. He thinks he's the Crimson Executioner. You've got to stop him, or he'll kill them all. Hurry, Rick!
Yes, but where are you, Edith?
Watch out!
I'm not through with you yet. What more do you want with me? You're insane. You can't get away with this. Let me out of here. I'll pay you anything you want. What are you going to do now?
This fire will purify your miserable soul.
No.
You're impure. This fire will cleanse you.
No, you can't do this to me. Stop. 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 No, I don't want to die like this. No. No, let me out. No, I don't want to die like this. No. No, let me out. Mercy!
All kinds of exciting things happen here on the Sammy Terry Show. Some mystical, magical things, like weddings, like Valentine's surprises, and occasionally, when you become part of my live studio audience, you become a victim in the show, like our birthday boy tonight. Cupid, bring in our birthday boy!
I'm the devil, but here he is.
Birthday boy, he's been sleeping. Very good. I hear that you've had a birthday recently, is that right?
Yes.
Very good. And what is your name?
Mike.
Mike. And where do you come from, Mike? Muncie, Muncie, Indiana. If you've come from Muncie, Indiana, or you went to that Ball State up there, say hello to Mike in your comments below. Now tell me, Mike, in your very decrepit advanced age, you have no less been watching Sammy Terry for decades, am I right? Yes. Very good, and tell me, what is your very most favorite memory that you can share with the millions of people that are watching you at this moment?
I seen Sammy Terry for the first time. I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, and I was a teenage werewolf with Michael Landon, And then I seen Sammy Terry at the Sky High Drive-In and at the Rivoli Theater in Mercer.
Excellent. Well, we've had many years and much fun. And you started when you were 5 or 6, so you've been watching for 30 years. That's amazing, Mike. Well, very good. Now, how is it that you came to be invited to be a member of this very prestigious studio audience tonight?
My son is Cupid.
Your son is Cupid.
Your son is the devil.
We like to think of him as Cupid. When would the devil ever wear a tutu?
When his boss makes him.
Oh, that's right, Mike. Are you having a horrible time here for your birthday celebration?
I am.
Oh, very good. And I understand that not only is your son here, but someone else is as well.
Yes, my wife.
Your wife, and what is her name?
Melinda.
Wouldn't it be great to humiliate Melinda here on live broadcast? Because she has no idea she's about to be pulled up, isn't she?
Exactly.
That's right. Oh, how glorious it is to have a whole family reunion right here. Welcome, Melinda. Did you have any inclination that you'd be pulled up here with our birthday boy? No idea at all. Really, we brought you up just so you could use his walker to help him get back to his seat. We don't know with this advanced aging that happens. And you can have exciting times here on the Sammy Terry Live Studio Audience Experience as well when you go to SammyTerry.com and enjoy the anticipation of joining our studio audience. And while you're there, buy yourself or any of your Valentine loved ones a Sammy Terry Typo Valentine mug. Cupid, bring a mug. Oh, they're delightful to give gifts, and they'll ship tomorrow so you can have it in time for your Valentine experience. Oh, they're delightful. Everyone would love to have them. And Cupid, being that you have brought your daddy here with us tonight, present that to him with all the honor and the beautiful adornment it contains. Give it to him and let him drink his own typo.
Here. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you, Sammy.
And if you would, tell our audience and send them back to our movie tonight, The Bloody Pit of Horror.
Continue watching The Bloody Pit of Horror.
Lover of death.
I don't want to
Embrace
die.
him.
No,
Embrace him.
No.
Why do you resist?
Eddie. No! 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 Let me go!
Let me go. Travis, don't. Oh, please stop. Oh, please let me go. You're mad. No! Don't do this to me!
The executioner has risen from his tomb. Your atonement has just begun.
It's done. I killed the writer.
It's not true. No! It's impossible! No!
They'll all die.
No, I can't stand this. Oh, no, I beg you, Travis. What you're doing is insane, Travis. No, I can't stand this. Oh, my God. It's executional.
No! Go away! I am the Crimson Executioner!
Rick!
It's impossible. It can't be. It's impossible that he's alive, I tell you. I killed him myself. I saw him die.
It wasn't me you murdered. You hit the dead body of poor Rao. I put his corpse on the tower, and that's what your arrow hit. You'll have to try again.
Kill him! Go on! Go on! Kill him, I said!
I had to break in. It was far too intense. You were getting nervous, or maybe a little excited, I couldn't quite tell, at our Crimson Executioner and the antics there. All things have started to quiet down here in the dungeon. But many of you are here till the end, for there will be a special surprise on our close. And all of you who have been on my studio audience before were like Sherry and Mike and Daryl and Rhonda. You'll want to stay until the end to see the excitement that will ensue. If you think the Crimson Executioner is exciting, wait till you get a load of these crazy studio audience members. And I'll do a final shout out to all of you. Joanne, hello. Lon, good to see you through to the end. And Phil, thank you for staying here. Cindy and Ginger, it's been my horrible pleasure to bring you some Valentine season horror. Lori hanging out with your Valentine tonight. What is it that you all wish most from your Valentine? Not what you're going to give, but what you want from them. Tell me in your comments. I'd be very interested to know. For Valentine, like Yvonne or Marlis or Isaac says, is a very special time when the true heart-sick desires get fulfilled with a little card in your little bag on the front of your desk, or none at all and you go home in dismay. For just like the wedding that we saw tonight, love, as wonderful as people make it to be, is equally tragic when it goes away. For what Chuck and Shelley don't realize is that their wedding tonight, as happy as their union becomes, You witness death here on the stage. Which it will be, we don't know. For you see, between Chuck and Shelley, they will have to choose. They'll choose to die to themselves and live for the other. Or likely their marriage will die. But either way, there's always a death at every wedding. A few more hidey-hos before we go. Sharon, hello. Julia, I know you're hanging out with your Valentine at the World of Wheels this weekend. Hello to all the motorheads. There's nothing more romantic than spending your Valentine around carbon monoxide spewing vehicles to really make that commitment to the grave take root. Now, as a final salute goodbye, Cupid would like to share a few hellos and shout-outs.
I'm the devil! And hello to Sharon Kugler! And Kevin McCarthy, hello! Sammy does not rule, the devil rules!
Yeah, so that's enough of him now. Thank you, Cupid! Now, I bring you the conclusion of your Crimson Executioner's journey into your personal bloody pit of horror.
Watch out, Rick!
In the poisonous clutches of the lover of death.
Rick.
My body. My pure body. Has been contaminated. The body of the Crimson Executioner.
He was completely mad. Like the Crimson Executioner, Travis was obsessed with a dream of absolute purity and physical perfection. That's why he retired to the isolation of this castle. Our intrusion into his world was too much for him. And it was then that he assumed the identity of the Crimson Executioner and decided to carry out the ancient legend of revenge. His striking resemblance to the real executioner made it easy for him to believe his own hallucination.
Striking resemblance. Anderson, in his folly, created the legendary executioner in his own image. The Crimson Executioner's been dust for centuries.
It was terrible. Please take me away from this castle. It was a nightmare.
I won't write any more horror stories. The man that said life is stranger than fiction made no mistake.
Well, that's a fine way to end a movie. So many of the Italian and Spaniard movies during this time, when they produced the films, were made. It was horror's bedrock that launched so many. Before horror was the top of the charts in America, the Spanish and the Italian filmmakers were revving up the engines of horror. We hope you've enjoyed our Valentine wedding movie special tonight, for nothing says love like a bloody pit of horror. Make sure you go to SammyTerry.com. Use the coupon code CUPID to receive your 30% off discount for all your Sammy fans. And anyone who orders the new Typo cocktail mug, we'll make sure we get that shipped out to you tomorrow, so you should have it by Valentine's Day. And you can get many more George jokes, typo, toasts, dead time stories, and vintage TV clips from the 70s and 80s by ordering any of the movies at SammyTerry.com. I'd like to thank my sponsors for this show. Submit Graphics. Get all your graphic needs met at SubmitGraphics.com. Also, Green Sky KC, the very best CBD products you can buy at GreenSkyKC.com. As well, of course, the Washington Square Mall, where you can come join the live studio audience experience. And of course, all of this gruesomely horrible, ugly studio audience members. Did you all have a horrible time tonight? make sure you go to SammyTerry.com, buy your tickets for an upcoming live show, invite your Valentine sweetheart. They'll be dying to be here. So make sure you mark your calendar for the very first Friday of every month. I, George, and other ghouls of your life bring you horrors and tales of terror. And remember, as you tuck your little boils and ghouls or your grandchildren in bed, if you tell them I'm not in the closet, if you say I'm not under their bed, if you tell them I'm not in the shadows, you'll eventually ensure I get fed. And until you and I and George meet again for our very next First Friday show in March at 8 p.m. Eastern, I wish you all many pleasant nightmares.
And now we eat. Bride, groom, come here. Bride and groom, come here. Bride and groom. Die, cake, die. Yay! Dance, everyone, dance! Yes! Dance! Dance, dance, there's music, dance! Dance! Oh! Yay, everyone! Yay! 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 Good! Who wants cake? This is my piece. Yay! Everyone dance! More dancing! We have to keep dancing! Dance! So no one looks at my fat stomach in this suit! Yay! Yes, this is a very awkward dance. Very awkward. Yay! Boogie!